Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Asia, aka the Audacious Mystic. And today I want to talk about idea paralysis. Some people like to call it analysis paralysis. I'm not calling it that because I don't want to call it that. I don't think it makes sense right now. Anyway, idea paralysis, and this is from Google. Google's your friend. This happens when you have so many creative thoughts or plans that you get stuck. And instead of picking one and, starting one, quote unquote, your brain feels overloaded and you spend all your time thinking, researching bullshit before you even start. Okay. And this came from none other than Instagram Reels, okay? And the story is about a girl, I think she's like 14, 13, and her name is Stephanie Derman, and she went missing in Maine. She apparently had an argument with one of her family members. I think it may have been her sister, something like that. I don't know. But she went into the woods, and she never came back out. They don't know where she is. She is still missing. And there were other people involved in the family where it was like a grandpa that was not a grandpa and an uncle that was not the brother or was not the brother of nobody there. You know what I mean? And she's in them Appalachian woods and mountains and no one knows where she is. They have not recovered a body. It's literally, she went into those woods and never came out. And when I heard of this story, I literally came up with a fictional story because I'm a writer. I like to write. And so the story that I came up with was, I think it would have been called either We Ran, I Ran, something with running. And it would be about these 5 girls, because there'll be 5 separate stories in this book. And each of them deals with how they ran in the Appalachian woods and how they dealt with like a mythical legend in the woods. So like one of them would have dealt with someone calling their name and then following them and then answering back, like little legends and tales of the Appalachian woods and mountains and shit like that. And at the end, I really don't know how it would end, but it would sort of be like, oh, it's like sacrificial, like there always have to be 5 girls around this fire for the Appalachian woods and mountains to be protected in some way. I don't fucking know. But I literally came up with that whole thing in under 5 minutes after listening to that story on Instagram Reels. Now, would I want to create a story and a whole book about that? That seems so interesting and so fun. But you know what I can't do? I cannot fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. I have so many stories. If you guys look on my website, you will still see the same stories that I'm like writing still, as well as it's not even about writing the story. It's about going past writing the story, which is hard for me because I will finish a story, but I also have to edit the story. I also have to format the story. I also have to market the story, which is so hard for me. You guys know it's hard for me to market anything. Like I can do it for other bitches, but for me, I always get the last end of the stick. I always get the crumbs of my own fucking creativity. But that's what happens. I like get these cool ideas, I write them down, and they stay in the idea bank. I think I might need to be like Quan Mills. I think I might, because he just writes. He literally writes like he is running out of time. Like he just writes. And his stories are fucking outrageous. Like, I don't know. I got pregnant by a cockroach, or this woman has cockroaches in her house. I got impregnated by my alien gangster thug or something like that. And you guys think I'm like being funny and being weird. No, those are some of the stories, literally some of his stories. And I'm like, I might need to write like I'm running out of time. And in the grand scheme of things, we are all running out of time because how old am I? I'm 34. Yeah, I'm 34. I'm 34. And how I'm not gonna count my mom because my mom was like on some other shit. But like my grandma, she's in her 70s right now. So, and she's still alive. She's still alive. But there's no but in that, Asia. Anyway, she's still alive. So I realistically will make it until at least 70. So that's about like 40 years for me to do something. For me to like push myself and finish and write. And honestly, I told my friend this. I'm at the point because one of my stories, U-Haul from Hell, I've been shopping that around for agents. And I think I just need to publish that. I think I need to do one more read through, put what I need to put down, design a cover, and just fucking edit it. Not edit it, but just fucking publish it just to have it out there. Just to be like, here, bitches, take it. This is a piece of my soul. Read it, like it, hate it. I can no longer give a fuck right now because it just needs to be out there. And I think I'm at that point because I did do that with Split Decisions. I just wrote it and put it out there. But I would really like for people to actually buy and read it and yada, 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 you know? So as I was looking this up to get to the point, all of the advice deals, or it's just, I don't think I like the advice that they're giving. It was, I forgot because I thought it was stupid. I don't know. It seems like stereotypical advice, but as I was reading all the advice, it really just came down to it needs to get done ugly. It needs to be ugly. And you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Rhaenyra and Helena having that conversation where Helena was like, everything you do is ugly. And we're all like, honey, Rhaenyra is not ugly, first off. Second, war is ugly. Mm-hmm. Your mother was ugly. Mm-hmm. Your man, your brother, ugly shit. Everything is ugly right now, okay? I am sorry to tell you, but war is nasty. War is gross. War is ugly. So be mad at me if you must. If you want to make me your villain, make me your villain. But at the end of the day, at the end of our time, you're going to fucking eat, or I'm going to force soup down your throat. Or, and I think in Helena's case, porridge. You know, like, and you know what? War is ugly. And this is a war against my perfection. It's a war against my self-doubt. It's a war against perfectionism. It's a war against the critic. It's a war against the shadow. And you're constantly fighting this war against these unknown things in your mind and in your soul, and even people outside. Like literally your biggest enemy is yourself, and you have to fight yourself. And then once you defeated them, you got to go and defeat everyone outside of yourself. So it needs to be ugly. It needs to be dirty. And that's how I have to see it. I have to see everything I do being ugly first. You know, like even me doing this podcast right now, I was like, oh, I'm going to set up my camera right there so I can have like a video of me like doing my podcast, yada, yada, yada. I changed my shirt. I was wearing a Lesapalooza shirt with ass out, you know, and I had to say, fuck it, and not do that and get the podcast done and then think of how I'm going to put it out later. I can put things down now. My problem is putting it out later. So what I have to do, it got to be done now. I literally have to edit all this shit out now. I got to put it in my Final Cut Pro with my random background that I'm going to fucking find, put the little captions on the fucking thing and put it out there and not give a fuck and let it be ugly. War within yourself will always be ugly. It's not going to be pretty. There's not going to be roses around. It will be ugly. So when you are doing something that is new, different, yada, 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 think of it as being ugly. It will never be beautiful. The first thing you do will never be beautiful. It will always be ugly. But guess what? People find, I don't want to say ugly people attractive, but like the people who are not stereotypically pretty, there's someone out there that's going to find them pretty. Like, I don't fucking know. Anyway, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So right now, you're doing it ugly. You're keeping on doing it ugly until that ugliness turns into something pretty to you. Something that you will love, something that you like, something that you will listen to over and over again, something that you will read over and over again. Because when it comes down to it, you have to love it yourself first. But guess what? We don't like ugly shit. Who likes ugly shit? No one likes ugly shit. So you have to do it ugly, and you have to get used to it being ugly. So you learn to love the ugly. And what's something better than love? Admire. Maybe that's wrong. You have to admire the ugly so you can love the beautiful and the final outcome. I think that sounds better. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to my talk, my beautiful mystics, and I will talk to you guys later. Mwah.